Okay, this is my underarm. And this is what... Ow. 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 This is what hidradenitis look like. Ow. Ow. See this liquid coming out? It's so painful. Now I gotta catch it. I'm not trying to expose any intimate parts, but yeah, it's a hole which don't close. I don't know if you can see that. Ow. It's leaking out. See if it's not enough light. See that white stuff? That's pus and stuff. Squeeze it out. Squeeze it out. This is the other side of it. I don't know, but this is the other side. Hole right there. These are holes up here. It smells horrible. It's horrible, but this is what I have to deal with. It's called HS. I've been dealing with it since my early 20s. I'm in my late 40s now. I'm 47. I've been dealing with this. And when I was going through it, they didn't know what it was. I was misdiagnosed multiple times. So things wasn't checked like it should be. And unfortunately, I personally can't wear a t-shirt because it really irritates. Because I have splits on my arm. So yeah. And I have very large boobs. And yeah, so that affects it. So I can't, when I treat myself, I have to be bare, put it like that. So when I was young, they diagnosed me with a fungus. They didn't know what it was. They gave me like cream, 10-day antibiotics. Then they diagnosed me with folliculitis. That didn't work. And it wasn't until some years later, a doctor told me what it was. But she said, well, we don't have a cure for it. It's incurable. And just lose weight. And I did. I lost weight. Didn't go away. Now, it helps not being plus size. But being plus size, don't stop it. Don't cause it, and don't stop it. Because there's many people who are not plus size. And they still go through it. So it has nothing to do with weight. Stress is a factor. When you stress, it seems to trigger it even more so. When you're on your cycle as a woman, that also can increase it. I've been on so many medications, so many topical creams, clindamycin, taking the pill, spironolactone, the cream, the wash. I did that. I took the biologic. I injected myself with Enbrel, and then I injected myself with Humira, or experimental steroids injections. Done it. I've had infusions where I've taken Remicade as an infusion, but all those injections are biologic and it weakens your immune system. So hold on. I'll be back. Hello. Okay, I'm back. I had to wash my hands. I got a little spot. Anyways, smell good. Yeah. So yeah, I've been dealing with that. So I had infusions, I said the last time. Infusions. And I had to stop doing that because the last infusion that I had, and it's like you sit there for 2-3 hours and they give you infusions through your vein. And it's almost like when you go to chemo. It's not chemo, but some people that are there aren't there for chemo. So it's the area for people who had to do chemotherapy and other type of infusions. So I had to sit there for like 3 hours every 4 weeks and get the infusion. And the thing is, the infusion did not last the whole 4 weeks. It kind of started to, by the 3rd week, it started to fade. So I started seeing more pain and symptoms and different things like that. And so the last time I had an infusion was a while ago. I think it was 2024, I think it was. January, because I had an infusion right after that. Was it? No, it wasn't 2024. It was 2023. Was it 2020? No, it was 2023. I had an infusion, and right after I had an infusion, I got COVID. So I went through. Thank God I'm still here. But yeah, right after infusion, weakened my immune system. I got COVID. I was in the hospital. I was in so much pain. It was really strange because I believe I was dying. I do. The pain in my stomach, the pain, the way I felt, it was just, with the infusion in my body, I just prayed and said, Lord Jesus, help me. Because I could have been gone. And anybody know about biological medications? They tell you don't need to have no fever. Yeah. So that's why I stopped taking Enbrel and Humira, because I was taking it and it ended up with the Enbrel I got sick. I had stopped taking it for some reason. I just felt like I heard the Lord said don't take it. So I didn't take it, and all of a sudden I started to feel sick. I had 103 fever. And when I went to the doctor and told the doctor, I was in the emergency room, and I stopped taking it right before. I said, because I had 103 fevers. They was like, it's good that you stopped taking it, because you could have died. Could have been gone. And so it's similar to Humira situation. So yeah, I just felt like coming on, and so they told me before, they told me to take use like a clear soap. Told me to use a clear soap, and I bought Dial clear soap. This pear clear soap, nothing worked. and they told you about something called HIPAA cleanse. And I tell everybody this. It works. It works. So, anybody who have a skin condition, and I know HS, to clean your body, to get the bacteria off, to make sure that you are really clean, because this stuff that happens to you is very, very painful. It's debilitating. I can't lift my arms a lot of times because the pain is so bad. It's sometimes electric shocks going through my body. I can feel the fluid traveling from one place to another because it hits nerves. I have nerves that are either encased in whatever the tissue, and what I learned was called sinus tracts. And so what happens is that you get a boil, but what happens is it stays inside so long and causes so much pain, and it don't burst right away. And so it develops. Sometimes you have to have it last. I've had so many cuttings on my body just to relieve the pressure and get the stuff out, but nobody get a sac out because it's not just a sac. What happens is it develops what I was told, sinus tracts. And so think about a train and how a train underground is connected to another train. And so as you going down one train, there is another train track, and it's connected. It may be blocked off for the moment because this train is not supposed to go through the next track. But if they release the lever, it can go down the next track. So all these tracks are connected. And so that's what it's like. So there are many holes in the area that leak out. Some may be blocked for the moment and some may not be, but they're all intertwined there. So it's hard to can't remove a sac because it's not just a sac, it's literally tracks. So that is some of the stuff that is part of it. And so, and I learned there's stages. I think it's 3 stages, and I think stage 3 is the worst. I've been through, because I had major surgery. Almost died because it got so bad because I had no treatment. Before I had surgery, there was no treatment, and it was really, really, really bad. I mean, and I almost died because my blood got toxic, septic, and I had to have blood transfusion. I was they cut a lot out of me. And so I've been dealing with that. I almost died. And then at the same time, I also was diagnosed with pineal cyst. And pineal cyst, from what I know, occurs on your backside, right there at your tailbone, where the crease your behind was just a tailbone. And you have to cut out what I learned were called, what she described as branches. And so these branches go through the tissue. And so it's more reminding me of roots. Although it's not buried in the ground, it's like these branches or roots get entwined into the flesh of the tissue. And it states that you have to cut all of that out to get rid of it. I've had 3 major surgeries on that area, and I'm still dealing with it. Yeah. Pineal cyst. It's called pineal. So I'm dealing with Hidradenitis suppurativa, which is HS, and I'm also dealing with what they call pineal cyst. I've had 3 surgeries, and I thank God I still deal with it, but it's not as bad. But I still deal with it. It still leaks out. It's still, stuff happens. And I gotta constantly wash it, constantly clean it, on regular. I mean, you're supposed to wash up anyway, but I have to do extra care, So I'm very mindful of my body. I'm here. Okay, I came in the bathroom and I was like, oh goodness, I'm in pain. My underarms are hurting. And I was like, oh, and I just started leaking. I know it may sound graphic, but I just started leaking. And I said, and actually my husband was like, you should show that. You should let people know what it looked like and show people um what it looked like and then talk to them. So I said, it's kind of, I've mentioned it, but I've never shown it. And what you have seen is not the worst of it. It's been way worse. Way worse. Okay. I don't like this not red, blue glare from the light in my glasses. But anyways, it has been way worse. Much, much worse. But I said, you know what, I'm going to do this video. Because I want people to know you dealing with this issue. I'm dealing with the issue. But nevertheless, God is still good. God is still good. The pain is there. God is a healer. And He is my healer. I'm just going through a process. And I have been dealing with it's funny. You know, you heard of Job, right? And many, many years ago, this is my mother had been passed for 16 years now. It would be 16 years on May 31st of this year, 16 years. And this was before she passed away. I was dealing with this. And my mom was like, you like Job. You know, the female Job, you know. And I was like, yeah, Jobette. And so I said, Jobette. So, you know, that was our running joke that, you know, because I've been dealing with this so long. And even then, it was been that long time. And my mother was like, you like Job, female Job. So, and I'm still dealing with it today, over 16 years later after that conversation. So even in that, God is still good. I'm learning myself and learning in this process of sometimes you have to go through the process. There's times, sometimes we extend the process because of disobedience, because of stuff that we not doing those things that we're supposed to do. And then there's times that God says, have you considered my servant Shantae? Because the story is, let me go back. People don't know what Job is. Job was a man, perfect man at his time. This was before Jesus. Jesus is the only perfect one. But for his time, God had a hedge of protection around him and everything like that. Make a long story shorter. Well, the devil was going to and fro from earth to heaven. And God said, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? And he was going and looking to see who he can mess with, basically. And God said, have you considered my servant Job? And there was like, how can I get to him? You got a hedge of protection around him. You got all this stuff around him. Make a long story short. God says, you can do what you want to do, just don't take his life. And so the devil threw everything he thought of at Job, because the devil said, the only reason why he worship you and serve you is because of the protection that you have over him. Now, the Bible, this is me giving a clearer understanding. And he said, if you take the hedge of protection over him, God, if you take the protection off of Job, he will curse you to your face and die. He will curse you. And so God said, okay. God said, you just can't kill him. Can't take his life. The devil threw what he could at him. And Job never cursed God and died. God, after he went through the process, God blessed him with double. What they say, double for your trouble. A double portion of blessings. So I'm here and saying, God, okay, God, your will be done. Whatever it is I need to learn in this process. And God's timing is not our timing. So you can't say, well, it's been such a long time. The will of the Lord is the will of the Lord. And you know, my pastor said, remind me, her words are coming to my mind. Her message was, mind your own business. Mind your own business. Meaning, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Let God do. He promised you this. Whatever he promised you, whatever he said he's going to do, he's going to do. No matter how long it takes. You just stay focused and you lean to God and you go to God and you continue to serve him and you continue to walk in obedience. You continue to have a heart posture of repentance, a pure heart. You continue to do what he tell you to do and mind your own business. Let him take care of his. Because he's the one say he's going to do it for you. He's the one going to bless you. Mind your own business and let him do what he's going to do. I'm not taking her word. I'm just explaining what I received from her word. For what God gave her to the congregation. And I'm one of them. I'm one of the sheep. And that's what I received from her. Mind my own business. Let God take care of his business. Because we don't know. We are finite creatures and God is infinite. He is the creator. He knows what he's doing. We may not know because we're not supposed to. Our responsibility is to be obedient and trust in the Lord. And we don't know Christ. Our responsibility is to come to him and get to know Christ. Give our life to him. So I said, well, God is good. God has healed me from other things in my life. It's just these things right now, I'm going through a process. And I just want to be encouraged, people. It's not lost. It is not lost. It is not lost. And those who have, let me tell you something. I'm married now. My husband married me with this condition. I didn't hide nothing from him. I told him I was dealing with a condition. I told him what it was. And he was like, oh, okay. I explained to him what it was. Oh, okay. We got married, even with this condition. It's so much to the point where he's like, okay, let me help you with it. Let me help you clean it. Let me help you. Whatever I need. He don't shy away from it. If he smells something, he was like, are you okay? Because I'm smelling it. I was like, no, because I'm going through. He was like, okay. And he's patient in that area where he was like, well, let me see how it's progressing. Let me clean it. And he's like, okay, he's giving me ideas of things, that might work. And I have to explain to him that don't work because of this. But he's there with me. Because I saw somebody on I think, Facebook. And she was talking about how, because of the smell, her boyfriend left her. And I was like, oh, man. But I just wanted to say that when the right one comes along, that's not going to be a problem. He's not going to look at it as a problem. He's going to look at it as, okay, how can I help? Because if you look at the pattern that you are a clean person, you deal it and you clearly see that there is an issue. Baby, that wasn't the one for you anyway. It's good he left because he wasn't the one. Because the real one, the one that's going to be there, the real one, he's not going to run from it. He's going to run to it. And he's going to have this desire to help you and get you through it. Yes. I feel that in my spirit. God got something for each and every one. What you're going through, trust me, you're going to make it through it. We going to get through it. But put God first, because it's easier with the Lord than without. It's easier. It's easier with Christ in your life than without Him. I spoke about HIPAA. Okay. So, the doctor told me about HIPAA, and I was afraid to use it because because I have open sores, like open flesh, like my flesh is exposed. And I was like, it's gonna burn me, it's gonna hurt me. So, but one day, the regular soap wasn't working. It was not working for me. I said, you know what? I gotta get this HIPAA. And when I got HIPAA, it changed things for me dramatically. So, this is the 16-ounce bottle. I'm going to pause. Okay, this is a 16-ounce bottle. And I've had this for years. This is expensive though. I'm going to pause. This 16 ounce. Here is the gallon. The gallon bottle. This is even more expensive. This is the gallon. Now, when I got this gallons, this was years ago. I mean, before the pandemic, a gallon was like $39, $40. It originally was like $100 a gallon, but they had dropped it down, and so I found it for $40 and $39, sometimes $38 for a gallon. And so I was like, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I said, I'm gonna store it and keep it, and then I've had it for so long and still working with sealed. I bought, the 16-ounce bottle I just showed you. That's a foam pump. And so I said to preserve it, because it's really expensive. Now, on the cheaper side, you can find it for $70. So I looked it up. It's very hard. And you can find it on Amazon, but it's really expensive. You can find the bottle that I just showed you on Amazon. And then they have different ones, but it's really expensive. Okay. And so the best way to preserve it is get the pump with the foam pump. And I tell people to get the maximum use of it is to put it on your hand. Rub it on the areas that are infected, that are flared up, or even if they're not flared up. I use this every day. I wash up. I use it. I also have another one I'll show you that I use as well. Also, it's not as expensive, but it helps. It's antibacterial and antimicrobial. I use that too. But I'll show you. What am I saying? Oh, put it on your hand. Don't be rubbing to be getting sexually excited. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just rub it on the areas, because you don't need a lot. When it's in foam, it spreads easier. Put it on those areas that are infected, or where the areas are. Put it on there. Let it sit on there for at least 30 seconds. I say between a minute. You don't need to be on your skin very long because it can cause irritation. But leave it on it for at least 30 seconds to a minute. I count 30 seconds. And then after 30 seconds, it go a little longer because I take my cloth and I wring my cloth out. And then I will take it and rub and wash it. Right? But I have another one that I add to that, which is good too. I use this. It's an antimicrobial lotion soap. It's a gallon. goodness. I didn't write this. Are you serious? What? Yeah. I'm gonna have to pause on that video. It's okay. Okay. I thought I paused. Well, I didn't pause. Okay. Okay. Well, I just want to let you know that these things that are great. I had a delivery come and I got something I forgot that's supposed to come. So yeah. Well, oh my goodness. Yeah. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.